Welcome to Durham Region. Bienvenidos a la región de Durham.
Welcome to Durham.
Welcome to Durham.
أهلا وسهلا بدرهم.
Welcome to Durham.
Hello, welcome to Durham.
Hi, I'm Roger Anderson, and this is the region of Durham.
Durham Region lies to the east of Toronto, a mix of urban, suburban, and rural communities with a shared commitment to becoming a welcoming community for all citizens, celebrating our diversity, welcoming newcomers, and supporting innovation. The region of Durham extends from Pickering in the west, home to an extensive network of trails and parks on the shores of Lake Ontario, to Ajax, one of the fastest-growing municipalities in the province of Ontario, to Whitby, site of the world-class Abilities Centre and where the headquarters of the regional municipality is situated, to Oshawa, home of not one but two university campuses, as well as the municipal airport and deep-water port. The municipality of Clarington is a hub of nuclear and green energy innovation. Rich in agricultural resources, the northern half of the region includes beautiful Scugog, which hosts one of the largest dragon boat festivals in Ontario. The township of Brock, with its snowmobile trails, ice fishing, as well as the Cannington dog sled races, and the township of Uxbridge, with its historic downtown core, festivals, and the York-Durham Heritage Railway. From the shores of Lake Ontario to Lake Scugog to Lake Simcoe, Durham has art galleries, historic properties, shopping malls, unique independent shops, golf courses, ice rinks, playing fields, ballparks, skate parks, trails, and water parks. Truly something for everyone. And best of all, Durham has a committed network of agencies, organizations, and individuals who are committed to creating a truly welcoming atmosphere within all of its diverse communities. This is a second celebration reel, featuring some of the work that these community partners are doing throughout the region. We know that we won't be able to include everything from everyone, but we hope that this will serve as a useful tool to highlight key aspects of the work being done in Durham. A few years ago, the community came together to do two things: build a Durham-centric immigration portal, an online source of information for anyone with an interest in coming to Durham, a place to find out about the community and the many services offered here, and also to develop a diversity and immigration community plan. The community plan detailed 4 priority areas: to create a culture of inclusion, improve labor market outcomes for newcomers, attract and retain newcomers, and enhance Durham's settlement capacity. Community partners continue to collaborate and build partnerships grounded in their commitment and belief in the shared outcomes detailed in the community plan. We would like to thank our community partners for providing us with their stories and their photos to illustrate those stories. This video project was funded through Ontario's Municipal Immigration Information Online Program. www.durhamimmigration.ca is supported by the Ontario Government with support from the Government of Canada. Creating a culture of inclusion ensures that people of all ages, sexual orientation, and ability have a right and a responsibility to civic engagement, labor force participation, and social inclusion, whether they are newly arrived or have been in Durham for generations. By creating a culture of inclusion, all Durham residents will benefit. Durham is home to nearly 650,000 people, with roots and connections from all over the world, and coming together to share our distinctive ethno-cultural traditions and celebrations builds understanding, knowledge, and creates a sense of community that spans our differences. World Religion Day brought representatives from a number of faiths to discuss their tradition and beliefs, an annual event held in different municipalities each year. Many faith communities open their sacred spaces during festivals throughout the year, so if you can, take the opportunity to visit the Devi Mandir this year for holy celebrations, or visit your local mosque to take part in the annual Eid festival. Black History Month, Asian Heritage Month, International Human Rights Day all provide us with opportunities to learn, to share, and to celebrate. Thai Pongal, Chinese New Year, the Festival of India's Heritage, Fiesta Week, Canada Day, Oktoberfest, the Peony Festival, all mark important dates and cultural traditions and provide opportunities to eat together, dance, share our histories, and build community. The opening of the Abilities Center in Whitby this June was a dream come true for many in the community. The Abilities Center is a state-of-the-art facility, creating an inclusive recreation space for all residents of Durham and beyond. The provincial government's dedication to creating accessible space for all has resonated with municipalities and businesses across the region. Durham municipalities have not just met the requirements in the AODA, but many have exceeded them. Our Chamber of Commerce and Board of Trades have been active proponents, working closely with local businesses to ensure that, across the region, businesses are open to all. Creating inclusive safe spaces for LGBTQ youth has been a priority for many in the community, and Durham can be proud of the positive strides being made towards this goal. The Durham District School Board has created a number of tools for educators and schools that have been picked up in other jurisdictions. Pride events in June provide an opportunity for the LGBTQ community and its allies to celebrate, educate, and support one another in creating safe space for all. Durham PFLAG. Parents and friends of lesbians and gays continue to be a critical source of support, friendship, and advocacy throughout the region. PFLAG has now hosted 2 LGBTQ youth leadership camps, a first in Ontario. Led by the Durham Distress Centre, the Durham Pride Line provides confidential support and advice to individuals calling the line. Taking the time to explicitly learn about ourselves, about each other, about others, and all in an effort to build a culture of inclusion that celebrates and respects diversity is happening in so many places and in so many ways that we can't do them all justice. So, to name just a few, The Citizen, the diversity newsletter of the LDIPSI, highlights and celebrates community diversity with an emphasis on services and news for newcomers. The Durham Regional Police Service held its first annual Community Forum event in Ajax in 2012, as well as a Unity Youth and Diversity Forum in Pickering. The DRPS continues to engage youth in the Youth in Policing program. Durham Children's Aid Society, the Ajax Pickering Board of Trade, the Human Resource Departments of the Region of Durham and the municipalities, the Health Department, all of these and more have organized and participated in cultural competency and cross-cultural communication training. Municipal diversity committees are increasing in number. These committees are most often comprised of elected officials, staff, and community members, ensuring that issues of policy receive grassroots input and issues from the grassroots receive the political and administrative attention required. Many municipalities and the region of Durham also have internal staff diversity committees working on creating cultures of inclusion within workplaces. Art and messages of diversity go hand in hand in Durham, and there have been a number of contests and gallery showings hosted by the Whitby Ethnocultural and Diversity Advisory Committee, the City of Pickering's annual Diversity Writing and Arts Contest, the Equity and Diversity Gala of the Kawartha Pine Ridge District School Board and the Durham District School Board and the Interdialogue Institute Student Awards. Visit the art galleries and awards ceremonies to get a sense of just how diverse our communities are. To address our current and future skill requirements, an integral part of our local labor market and economic development strategy will be to establish Durham Region as a community that actively welcomes and values the skills, experience, and training that all its residents possess. The business sector in Durham is taking an active role in improving the labor market outcomes for all workers in the region. The Oshawa Chamber of Commerce was instrumental in the resolution on retaining skilled immigrants that the Ontario Chamber of Commerce put forward to the province. The Durham Workforce Authority, formerly the Durham Regional Local Training Board, continues to work with employers, governments, employment service providers, and universities and colleges to track and measure local labor market needs and priorities. The LDIPSI held a newcomer business focus group this past year to better understand the needs of this group and to offer business owners an opportunity to network and learn from each other. The benefits of inclusive hiring practices are being increasingly understood by employers. Our local businesses are walking the diversity talk. One brilliant example is the celebration of so many at DREN's annual Employability Awards, which celebrates successes in employment for people with disabilities. During Black History Month, the Black Professional Mentorship Day was held, a huge success, and the entrepreneurial spirit is alive and well in Durham. One of the new businesses we celebrated this year was that of a member of the Clarington Accessibility Committee, Keith Brettel, who opened his own mobile tack cleaning business. For those looking for work in Durham Region, there are a range of employment service providers offering excellent advice, training and supports, and the extent to which these agencies and organizations work together facilitates the successful integration of all workers into the workforce. We celebrate the staff and volunteers at the John Howard Society who are celebrating 50 years in the community, the Innovative Employment Supports for Older Workers program, one of the programs at the Durham Region Unemployed Help Center, the services at Northern Lights, VPI, Durham College Employment Services, Meta Vocational Services, the YMCA, the Canadian Hearing Society, Ontario Works, and ODSP. A new service of particular interest to newcomers is the service offered by World Education Service. WES is meeting with newcomers regularly in both the Ajax and Pickering Welcome Centres. There is a worldwide competition for the best and brightest. Attracting newcomers is only half of the equation. Retaining skills in this community is important to economic growth and to deepening the pool of talent and creativity in Durham. The Durham Immigration Portal is one of the region's key tools to attract and retain newcomers to Durham Region. The portal receives about 3,700 hits each month from more than 167 different countries. Created and maintained by a collaborative of nearly 80 individuals, the portal is an online resource for people interested in coming to Durham, newcomers who are here, and for those who need information about what's going on in the community. English language acquisition continues to be a key component in any newcomer's job search strategy. The Enhanced Language Training Program offered through the school boards offers job-ready newcomers with an opportunity to participate in advanced English classes, as well as a 6-week internship with a local employer, opportunities that have turned into permanent jobs for some participants in the program, and deepening the diversity within local businesses. The portal people were talking to the ELT people, and an innovative project was launched this past year, the Portal Curriculum Project. The new tool incorporates the hundreds of community resources and services highlighted in Durham's immigration portal into meaningful English language lessons and activities that can be used by professional language instructors, volunteers, and in self-directed learning. The Durham Region Unemployed Help Center successfully piloted the TRIEC Mentoring Partnership Program over the last year. The program is designed to match internationally trained experienced newcomers, mentees, with a mentor working in Canada in the same or similar field. Additional funding has been secured, and so this successful program will continue. The University of Ontario Institute of Technology, UOIT, the City of Oshawa, Durham Region Transit, and the Local Diversity and Immigration Partnership Council partnered this year to throw a big Welcome to Oshawa party for newly arrived international students. Approximately 450 international students attend UOIT. These students come from 65 different countries, with the majority from Saudi Arabia, China, and India. Durham College welcomed another 170 international students this September. It's not just the college and university who are actively soliciting business internationally. The economic development departments from the region of Durham and the municipalities are active in developing new trade opportunities in China, Brazil, India, and other markets. International entrepreneurs are visiting the region to explore opportunities for new investments from Beaverton to Clarington to Ajax. And Durham businesses are getting involved as well in marketing their services internationally. Municipalities are also seeking world-class designations as they market themselves as sites of investment. Ajax was recently named as one of the top 10 cities of the future. The Department of Social Services at the Region of Durham was recently awarded a gold medal for service excellence from Excellence Canada. It takes an entire community to successfully welcome, integrate, and settle newcomers. All residents working in partnership can contribute to the suite of services necessary for successful settlement and integration. Newcomers are families, extended families, and individuals with independent needs. Growing the capacity of all service providers in Durham Region will result in improved and accelerated settlement outcomes for Durham residents. The Local Diversity and Immigration Partnership Council continues to play a key role in increasing the settlement and integration of newcomers throughout Durham Region. The LDIPSI is made up of 19 community representatives from academia, the accessibility sector, school boards, faith communities, the ethno-cultural francophone sector, local municipal government, economic development, the employment skills and training sector, employers, businesses, police services, the settlement sector, health and public libraries. The LDIPSI facilitated the development of the Durham Diversity and Immigration Community Plan and is hard at work on the Diversity and Immigration Community Report Card that will help the community to track its progress against the goals it set itself in the community plan. One way that the LDIPSI works to support the work of the not-for-profit sector in Durham Region is through the Funding Opportunities Update and Not-for-Profits newsletter. The LDIPSI recognizes that funding is of paramount importance to not-for-profit organizations, and so through the identification of opportunities that develop and grow the sector, together they will better meet the needs of Durham's diverse communities. The LDIPSI has also had the opportunity to host a number of events for community partners, including cultural competency training and funder information sessions, all of which have been packed events. Perhaps the most exciting news for settlement service providers in Durham Region over the past year was the establishment of 2 welcome centers for immigrant services. 2 sites were approved by Citizenship and Immigration Canada. A new build in Ajax, led by the Community Development Council Durham, CDCD, and the Durham Catholic District School Board, and a transition model in Pickering, led by the Durham Region Unemployed Help Centre and the Durham District School Board. Both opened with much fanfare and have received positive reviews from newcomers, community partners, and service staff. Importantly as well, CIC has also funded a Francophone settlement worker to work out of the COFORT offices in Oshawa. The new welcome centers have allowed for new programs like the Community Kitchen to flourish. Newcomers and community volunteers meet every second Thursday of the month to cook together. This activity is run by the Community Connections program at CDCD. The Welcome Centers also provide an opportunity for non-traditional settlement service providers to share space at the Welcome Centers. Agencies like the Durham Legal Clinic, the AIDS Committee of Durham, Canark Child and Family Services now provide some of their services on site to newcomers. One-stop service delivery for Welcome Center clients. Grassroots agencies like the Interchurch Immigrant Support Group also provide assistance with transportation, help locating furniture, household items and clothing, as well as friendship and support for new immigrant and refugee families. The IISG participated in a successful community fundraiser in September, a cause worth wearing spandex for. The annual Ride for Refuge, a bike ride for charity, with volunteers riding an 18-kilometer or 30-kilometer route. Settlement Workers in Schools, SWIS, continues to be a crucial link between community services and newcomer families. Starting at a new school is a scary prospect for anyone, but for newcomer youth, this can be particularly daunting, as they face a new school system and, for some, a new language. With the cooperation of the school, SWIS workers systematically contact all newcomer families to orient them to school and community resources and to refer them to specific services. Public libraries have always been a space that newcomers have gone to, and libraries throughout Durham Region are very active in supporting the needs of newcomers. Most libraries offer multilingual collections both for adults and children, including DVDs, or can provide access through interlibrary loan programs with other libraries. The Durham Libraries Multicultural Alliance is a collaborative of Durham libraries who have come together to share opportunities to collaborate on promoting and planning multicultural services in libraries across Durham Region. One of the key indicators for the success of the work of the LDIPSI and its community partners is that non-settlement service providers begin to integrate the needs of newcomers into their planning and service provision, and we're seeing that happen. In public health, immunization and diabetes teams are actively working with newcomers in the community, educating community members about risks and prevention strategies. and public health staff have been actively engaged in diversity training. Durham Hospice, the Central East CCAC, Footprints Respite Care for Families Living with Autism. All of these community agencies offer information and/or services in multiple languages. Thanks to a grant from New Horizons for Seniors and a partnership between the LDIPSI and the Durham Elder Abuse Network, the Elder Abuse Toolkit is now available in multiple languages. Training to use the toolkit is also being provided to ethnocultural groups and volunteers interested in working with the tool. As you can see, there is a lot to celebrate as the community comes together to create a more welcoming Durham region for all of our diverse communities. As a collaborative, we will continue to move toward the outcomes identified in the Durham Diversity and Immigration Community Plan. The Durham Immigration Portal will continue to be the innovation lab for new ideas as new partners come on board and new sections of the portal are developed. We're looking forward to new sections by and for the LGBTQ community, youth, international students, and an enhanced section on the multi-faith community in Durham. Stay tuned, there's much more to come.